MOMO wheel. I have purposely not opened it yet, so they didn't really package it well. This is how it came from Amazon. It wasn't in any other box. So here it is. It's a MOMO Mod 27 cutaway. It doesn't have any holes in the middle. I'll bring this into work tomorrow and have the holes drilled for the quick release. Hopefully I'll have time, I can show you that, and I will show you the finished product. Here's the old wheel, and as you can see, it completely blocks my view of the shift lights on top of the dash. Whoever owned it before me must have driven it with his left hand like this a lot, because this left hand side was completely caked with oils and matted down. I cleaned it with dish soap and a microfiber, but in the process it became a little bit discolored, and you can see the little fibers are kind of chunky here, whereas on the other side they're nice and soft and it's a little bit more of a black color. So the new wheel is definitely going to be an improvement looks wise and functionally over this wheel.
The next day. Later that night.
Before we drilled the holes for the quick release, I wrapped the suede with industrial, basically Reynolds wrap that we use for packaging. That really didn't work out well. It was hard to fixture it. So what I'm going to do now is just brush out the suede and use a little bit of this Dr. Beasley's micro suede cleaner. So I usually use a soft brush. I have a bunch of these. This is the softest one. So this will help clean it. What you basically want to do is just brush this out pretty vigorously. And this is something that you guys should be doing with your suede wheels. I notice a lot of people's suede steering wheels, they never brush them out. I usually brush mine out maybe every other time I drive, especially if I'm not using any sort of driving glove or racing glove. So once you hit that real good, and just give it a nice little hit with the Dr. Beasley's, and that should help clean off any oils. I usually don't use the Dr. Beasley's on every other time for the maintenance stuff. It's usually just every once in a while when it gets really dirty. Again, with a suede or microfiber wheel, you definitely need to take care of it, otherwise they get gunky and matted down. There we go, ready to test fit. So this is basically what it looks like with the cutaway wheel. Much better. As you can see, the shift lights are visible, the wheel's nice and centered. I like the grip. It feels a little bit nicer than the MPI. There's some cutaways for your hand back here, and we'll see how it performs on the road. Overall, I really like the MOMO Mod 27 cut wheel. It looks cool, and more importantly, it opens up the dash on my Atom, and I'm able to see the shift lights, and it makes the dash easier to read at a glance. I like the way it opens up the dashboard, and the feel and grip of the wheel is pretty good. The thing I'm not happy about is on the back side, the way they stitch the Alcantara together. There's a lot of seams back there. It's not a big problem when using driving gloves, but without the gloves, it's a little annoying, and I'm getting nervous that the glue might actually come apart. I don't always use driving gloves, mostly just on the track or if it's a really cold day. So that's something I'm going to have to look into, possibly start wearing them all the time.